Good morning. I'm here nice and early. It's quite noisy today. The plan of action today is to clear this area, like where I'm standing, which is in front where the greenhouse doors are. So if I can get like this strip clear today, I'm gonna feel so much better. But the thing I don't think I've mentioned, but the whole plot is covered with a ground sheet, like a weed sheet, and on top of the ground sheet there is artificial turf, and I hate artificial turf with a passion, so it's going. And then on top of the artificial turf there is just like dead plant stuff, weeds, rubbish, just crap basically. So what I'm going to do is work in sections, take away the dead plant stuff, the rubbish and the turf, and then peel back the weed membrane, and then finally uncover some ground. So yeah, that's the plan for today, is just to work in this section here, which I'll show you now. It's supposed to be a nice like sunny day today, but it's horrible. It's really cold. It's kind of like picking with rain, and again I cycled over and my eyes are just watering like mad. Okay, I'll show you what's going on. Right, I don't know how good they are, but today I've got with me some big scissor things, shears, garden shears, is that what they're called? Which will hopefully mean I can break up and cut back some of the weeds more easily, and yeah, we'll see. I do have a rake and a shovel at home, but I obviously can't take them with me on my bike, so I'm gonna have to wait for Josh to kindly give me a lift here. Anyway, let's get on with it. So this is what I mean by the ground sheet, the turf, and then all the crap on top of the turf. This area will probably be okay to clear because I can already see the ground sheet, but if we come over to the greenhouse, I can't see the ground sheet because there's just like so much crap piled on top. So it looks really bad on camera actually. So what I want to work on today is literally from here all the way to here. So this like probably like a metre wide strip across there. We'll see what I can do. That is my, well, now my compost heap. That's next door's shed. So ultimately up to that grassy line over there, and then down to here. But we'll see. Honestly, maybe doing this bit will be a bit easier because I'll actually get to the ground quicker, but I don't know, we'll see. Here's a little overview of the plot today. Yeah. Before I left last time, I tried to empty the water butts, but they were so heavy. There's so much like mud in them. Which is not ideal, but there we are then. Oh, I see what they're doing now. They're trimming the hedges. Okay, I can work with that. They're working their way away from me anyway, so. Right, let's get on with it. So I started by moving some of the rubbish. I piled everything into this water tank. I think it's a water tank. There's actually two of them on the plot. They're just big bucket type things with like hose attachments on, so I assume they were going to be something at some point on this plot, but it never happened. Anyway, yeah, those big scissor things that I bought, yeah, they're kind of useless. So I didn't use those for very long. I just got out my little secateurs and it was much easier to cut back some of the dead plant stuff. And then I started uncovering a lot of bamboo canes and planks of decking board. Honestly, a lot of the stuff I will be able to use again, especially these really tall, big bamboo canes. I think they're going to be very useful for growing beans and such up on them. And yeah, the decking boards, hopefully I can reuse and make some raised beds out of, or at least partial raised beds, or use them for some edging. We'll see what condition they're in anyway. I haven't mentioned yet, but I don't want to buy anything new for this plot. I want to reuse as much as possible. So finding those decking boards was actually very exciting. I found the edge of the ground sheet. So it's actually a pretty good distance away from the greenhouse. I know I said I was going to clean this area, but I don't know why. I just felt like it was easier to start there. I'm going to keep going up here, peel back the ground sheet, and then sort this. Okay. You see what I mean? The weeds are growing through the artificial turf. I assume this is like, I don't know what this is, some kind of root. Yeah, it's like grown through the weed membrane and the artificial turf. It might not look it, but clearing this was actually really hard work. It was a lot of lifting and bending and lifting and bending over and over again, and I really felt it in my back and my arms the next day. I can't imagine taking on this plot and being, I don't know, an older person and having to do all this, because I am young, I am reasonably healthy and fit, but I found it such hard work. Getting to this corner, I thought, oh my gosh, look at all this lovely soil, but the more I dug down, the more plastic and empty, I think it was empty cement bags and compost bags just layered on top of each other, and just soil on top. So I think this is an area, especially towards the front of the plot, where other plot holders had been dumping their rubbish and emptying their pots. I found like spent compost in perfect pot shapes, so I think people have just been emptying their pots on top of the plot and adding to my problem of weeds growing on and through the weed sheet and artificial turf. Okay. It does look better, but on camera it just looks still kind of crap. Anyway, I decided to make a new compost area there because I couldn't be bothered to walk all the way back there. I've uncovered all of this area. I've decided to leave the ground sheet for as long as possible because underneath there's just roots, weeds, so I'm just going to leave it. I did in fact finish clearing this area by the greenhouse, and I fully tipped out the water butts so they are empty, and by here I've put the buckets around it because I felt so bad and I don't want to like trod on it or anything. But under there is in fact a toad hibernating or just sleeping, and I uncovered it and I felt so bad, so I've tucked it back in and put some cones around it basically. So yeah, this area is, well, from there to about, well, here, that's all plastic free, and yeah, done basically. Not done, but you know what I mean. I'm like done. There's some of the turf I uncovered. So yeah, when I come back, I honestly don't know if I'm going to come back tomorrow because I'm so tired. We're going to work on this patch. So yeah, I've got to cycle back home now, and I don't think I have the energy. I really don't. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I think I'm just going to go really slow. Anyway, that's day 3 complete. Stayed here far too long today. Wow, it's a really nice day. Today's plan of action is to clear everything, to finish it basically, as in finish clearing above the weed membrane. It is a really, really nice day. Today's the 1st of February and it seems that it's going to be raining for the next 2 weeks, like flat out. So today is like, I feel it's like the last push to get this all cleared, and then hopefully from like mid-February, end of February, I'll get some help from my mum and we can start digging out like the roots and stuff and flattening this place out and getting rid of the rubbish. But until then, I don't know how many visits I'm actually going to fit in because it's going to be raining, but today we're going to just like go for it, I think. I've got like, I don't know what they're doing, making noise, but I've got about an hour and a half here today, so yeah, we're just gonna go for it. Let's go. So this is what I cleared last time, and then basically from here up to the pond is what we're gonna do today, which is actually a huge chunk now I'm thinking about it, but I think it'll be okay. Like once I cleared this dead patch here, it'll look a lot better. So yeah, let's just do this. What I thought would be an easy 5-minute job turned into at least a half an hour job. I tried to remove this netting that was tangled around some twigs and what were plants, and it proved a lot harder than I first anticipated, as you will see in a minute. But yeah, this took far too long. I'm trying to remove this net, but basically it's all like in a roll, don't know if you can see, on the floor, and everything is growing through it. Like look how thick those roots and stems are, and there's loads and loads of stingy nettles and they're getting me through my gloves. I'm absolutely covered in stingy nettle stings. But yeah, I can't get it out because everything's grown through it, and it's really annoying me because I just want this piece of net gone. So I'm just going to give it one more go. If I can't do it within the next 10 minutes, I'm moving on because this is really, really annoying. Yeah, the amount of stingy nettle stings I got from this one little patch, and the stingies were so small and they were still really painful, and yeah, getting me through my gloves, which was so annoying. But yeah, this roll of netting finally came loose. Gosh. Yeah, it took too long. I did it. I actually did it. Thank you, old rusty fork, for helping me. Alright, let's get on with everything else then. Now we move on to the most satisfying part, clearing all this ground sheet. So it took me quite a while to do this, mainly because I was worried about disturbing any more little creatures. After finding that toad, yeah, I was very cautious about squishing or hurting another animal. So like I said, this part is very satisfying, so I'm just going to play some music over this, and yeah, you can enjoy watching me uncover a ground sheet. Okay, are you ready? I've been here far too long, but I've bloody done it. I've actually bloody done it. So, here we go. We're starting from the compost area. Here I am, standing by my... Oh yeah, look how many decking boards I found. Absolute tons. Some are rotten, but there's loads that I can actually use, so that's going to be amazing. Anyway, grand reveal. Here I am. Here is the plot. Oh my lord, I am exhausted. I've been here, I think, 4 hours now straight. Crazy. So what I've done is any pieces of ground sheet that I've found, I've kind of covered up the bald areas. So for example here, this is all done, and I've covered this back over, and I've cleared a walkway to the front and put some ground sheet down. So yeah, still have a greenhouse to do and go through that massive compost heap, and to dig out all the stuff underneath the ground sheets. That's my new compost pile. There's some rubbish left there. Loads and loads of turf, which is in terrible state. But, oh yeah, I found that chair and it's perfectly usable. So I have a chair now. Obviously needs a bit of a clean. But yeah. Absolutely crazy. So, obviously, I still have loads and loads to do. Did I just put mud on my face? My hands are disgusting. Yeah, I still have so much to do, but it's gonna rain for the next 2 weeks, so I'm not gonna be here, but at least I know that I've got like this done. And honestly, in not very many hours, like, I think while I've been here I've just been so in the zone and just wanting to get it done that I've worked so fast, a lot faster than I thought I would. But so, there's so much freaking noise. Yeah, anyway, I am going to end the video now. If you can hear me, I'm ending the video now. I'm just watching some robins that are just watching me. They're so cute. I love seeing birds. I don't get very many birds in my own garden, mainly because living in the city centre, and there's just loads of cats around. They just don't come into my garden. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you again in a few weeks time, a week or so, whenever I can get this video up and whenever I can get here again. And hopefully I'll have some help to start getting rid of some of the rubbish, because yeah, there's 7 or 8 bin bags in the greenhouse, and I'd love to get the greenhouse and the very front, the compost heap, sorted next, so I need some help for that. Anyway, bye for now. Thank you for watching.